Good morning, everybody. My name is Lorencia Wasul. I'm a college student from English Language Study Program in University Catholic Indonesia Santo Paul Ruteng. In this video, I want to talk about the domestic and international tourism destination. First of all, I want to talk about why people need travel sometimes. In my opinion, I think people need travel sometimes because they want to be knowledgeable people. And sometimes people like to travel because to relieve stress from work demands that make us bored, tired, and bored. By means of travel, we can find a new atmosphere and can find new things that can be useful for ourselves. Travel can also provide new ideas and inspiration for us. By traveling to a new place means that we can position ourselves in new situations that allow our brains to think activity. Next, I want to talk about the domestic and international tourism destination. The first about domestic tourism. Domestic tourism is involving residents of one country traveling only within that country. One of the domestic tourism destinations in Indonesia is Kelimutu Lake. Kelimutu Lake, located in Pemo Village, Kelimutu District, and the Regency, East Nusa Tenggara. Lake Kelimutu is also called a lake of three colors, namely blue, white, and red, and the color always changes over time. This can provide a natural view that can spoil the eyes for tourists who visit with sparkling colors of the water. For people who enjoy the sunrise and sunset, we can also enjoy it at this Kelimutu Lake. The attraction we can see there, apart from the natural beauty that we can enjoy, there are also other things that we can enjoy at Lake Kelimutu. We can see the people that weaving cloth. We can also enjoy local food there. This, of course, is very interesting for us to visit. Besides that, the people there will also present attractions, namely festivals that are scheduled to be annual activities in Ende by presenting cultural performance competitions, trekking sports attractions, and also handicraft product exhibitions. Geographically, Kelimutu Lake is located within the Kelimutu National Park and the Regency. To get to Lake Kelimutu, we can start our journey from the center of Ende City. From Ende City, we can head to the village at the foot of Mount Kelimutu, namely Moni Village. The distance from Moni Village to the gate of the Kelimutu National Park can be reached by walking for about 30 minutes. Moni Village can also be accessed via Labuan Bajo. From Labuan Bajo, we can choose a bus or minibus to Maumere, the gate of Moni Village. Kelimutu National Park is actually a cheap tourist destination. The ticket that must be prepaid to enter Kelimutu are for those of us who are local or domestic. We prepaid 50,000 to 100,000, while for foreign visitors to prepare money of 150,000 to 200,000 per person. While the vehicle parking fees that we use range from 5,000 to 10,000 rupiah. During the pandemic, access to Kelimutu was closed. but it was reopened on 10 July 2020. Of course, all visitors must follow health protocols such as wearing masks, washing hands, and maintaining distance. This is done to avoid COVID-19. Technically, at the entrance to Kelimutu tourism, officers are required to measure the temperature of the visitors. For those whose temperatures are normal, they are allowed to enter, while those whose temperature is more than 37 degrees Celsius are not allowed to enter, and guests who visit are limited to only 200 people per day. Okay, now I want to talk about international tourism destination. International tourism refers to tourism that crosses national borders. The World Tourism Organization defines tourists as people traveling to and staying in place outside their usual environment for not more than one consecutive year for leisure, business, and other purposes. One of the international tourism destinations is Sapa, Vietnam. Sapa is a small mountain town in Lao Cai province. It is about 350 km northwest of Hanoi. Near the Chinese border, it is here that you will find the Hoang Lian Son mountain range, which includes Fansipan, the country's highest peak. Sapa has a panoramic view and the sensation of adventure in Vietnamese nature. The culture and traditions still held by the Sapa community are of aid value for visitors. In addition, in Sapa there is also Mount Fansipan, which has an altitude of 3,143 meters above sea level, and is a favorite solution for tourists who are hungry for panoramic views of the mountains. For those of you who like adventure, Sapa is a must for you to include in the next destination list, because there is indeed a famous paradise for outdoor activities. There are many outdoor activities that can be done in Sapa, such as mountain biking, hiking, and climbing. For shopping on the streets around Sapa, there are many souvenir vendors that you can find. The items that are served are various, but what you must bring home is a craft in the forms of a Sapa pattern cloth. Besides that, you can buy souvenirs to take home, but like most rural areas in Vietnam, there are no shopping centers in Sapa. Instead, shopping takes place in markets where locals buy and sell a wide variety of goods such as fresh materials, handicrafts, and abundant clothing. When we go there from Soekarno-Hatta Airport, Jakarta, the average flight ticket price ranges from 1,500,000 to 2,500,000 and others from a week before departure, because price always changes. To continue the journey from the airport, recommends that you use the bus mode of transportation, or what is commonly called the open bus. Open bus is a public transportation that has a split line from the very end of Vietnam, Hanoi, to the other end city, Saigon, Ho Chi Minh. Apart from being priced cheaply ranging from 15 to 20 US dollar, you can also stop at each of the bus pit stops. They continue the next day without having to buy another ticket. However, you must make a reservation before continuing your trip using the open bus at least a day before departure. During the COVID-19 pandemic, all tourism places in Vietnam will be closed. This was done because of the increasing number of positive cases of COVID-19 in Vietnam. The Vietnamese government issued a voice that all access roads and tourist spots were closed and those exposed to COVID-19 were quarantined. This is done to prevent the spread of COVID-19. However, recently tourism spots have reopened because the death rate due to COVID-19 does not exist. And only domestic tourists are allowed to visit tourist attractions by following health protocols such as wearing masks, washing hands, and maintaining distance. I think that's all. Thank you very much.